Good morning. So I'm a couple minutes behind schedule. Um, 10 o'clock is going to be my start time, Monday through Friday for sure. And the first thing you're learning about now is, with regards to Humboldt County, is we have our own special time here. It's called Humboldt County time. It drives a lot of people crazy that are very punctual. But we are in a time warp here, and everybody knows it. We're in a time warp here for daziness with the fog. It's like dreamy. We're in a time warp here with the fact that we're 15, 20 years behind everybody else across the nation with technology, or I don't know, the latest, greatest. We're pretty simple people here. We don't really have to have a lot of fancy. We like to be out in nature and with our people. That's pretty much everybody I know that loves Humboldt County for why they love Humboldt County. They want to be out and about at the ocean, at the rivers, camping, backpacking, kayaking, you name it. I mean, it all happens here. So I was talking to Mike, the Liberty Warrior, this morning, and last night's show was really great. I forgot my post-it note. No, okay, there we go. I gotta really work on that. That drives people crazy. That drives me crazy. And Mike said that yesterday's show was going over the first shows he'd done and Jeff Riddle had done. And good afternoon. Hi, DK Second Chin. Somebody told me who you were, and I forgot. I know you, but can't remember who you are. Anyway, I'm just going to lay out some things for Stand Up Humble. I'm not sharing with my Facebook group or my Facebook Live just yet because, a lot of people don't feel the same as we do with the warrior movement and with the Stand Up Humboldt movement. And so I haven't invited the regular people I know. Hey, good morning, Robert. So, 10 o'clock is going to be my time. I just am still getting the hang of all of this. So I'm learning. And the only way I can really learn it is to just jump in and do it and look the fool and be the fool. And it's okay. I'm good with it. I like raw. I like seeing all that. I know we all do too. So this is mostly for Stand Up Humble right now. Oops, I said it. I got to watch myself. I said I'm not saying no or uhs today because yesterday was horrible. My mother is going to not even be able to listen to that video because it's going to drive her crazy so bad. See how it is? You can hardly not do it. Don't say or I dare you. Okay, so Stand Up Humboldt's last night in our Facebook group, somebody said, so what's the point of having a group anyway? What is it, just to all get together? And I was like, I feel you, girl. I've been feeling that for several months with the group. We've had so many different obstacles to overcome, and it's been a fire hose of information that's been unjust. It's been just one thing after another in Humboldt County of our leaders letting us down and being corrupt and not listening to us and doing what they want. And Shasta County, they're really organized. They have a lot of good people that are in their movement, Red, White, and Blueprint. I'm sure they wish they had more too. I'm trying, you guys, darn that word. But it's very difficult when you have a large group of people and everybody has a different agenda and everybody has different things that they want to do. I'm putting that on my, no. Everybody, we had in the beginning, we were in darn it, high work in progress. I am where the redwoods are. Yes, I am. I sure am. We have had a pretty large group to start with. It was in February. February 28th was the first time we ever got together. I'm going to give a little rundown of the Stand Up Humble history. February 28th, we got together at a beautiful girls' house on Humboldt Hill, and we did 2 meetings there at her house, and it was originally called Humboldt Startup Militia Group. And I was like, ooh, this sounds interesting. So we went, and I think the first meeting had 7 people there. Yes, Robert does live among them. Crescent City is beautiful too. He also has the coast right there. Great seafood, great fisher people, men and women. I love Crescent City. I love going up there. It's so beautiful. So Stand Up Humble had about 7 or 8 people at the first meeting. Elaine was there. A few other people that are still around were there. We immediately realized we needed to have another media outlet. I don't own any. Well, I have a few redwoods on my property, but they're not the old ones. They're probably 4th generation, you know. So about the 3rd meeting, the gal that was hosting wanted out. She could no longer support us when she found out we were going to be working against the supervisors and the sheriffs. Not that we've done anything with them or anything, but we were directing a lot of our attention towards them because they're the ones that are really in charge of keeping us down. And I called on the sheriffs to try to help me when I was not able to get my groceries one night at Safeway. And the way it should have went is they school Safeway because they even have non-discrimination policies on their website. They are supposed to, the sheriffs, from what I understand and have read with the Constitution, with the Sheriff's Handbook, they're to protect the people, and the police protect the government. And I also learned some of that from Peggy Hall. So the 3rd meeting in, we lost the hostess for that. And so I started doing meetings at my house. We did a few meetings here. We were meeting every week on Thursdays. A couple other people did host at their house in between, which was great. We had Liberty Warrior come out from, North Dakota. He came all the way to Humboldt County, which was a 1,600-mile drive for him and his 8-year-old son, who celebrated his 9-year-old birthday here, which was really great and fun. We had a great time. And he came out here so he could video stream the clinics that were going on at the high schools here for the 12-year-olds. And so there's been 3 of them here. And they've really literally been coerced into having this, which was just sickening to me. So, and it was sickening to Mike too. And so that's why he came out. And ever since he's been here, which I think he's been here, it's been about a month now, we've been working on the website and the building correspondence for the Liberty Warrior Nation. There's people that are checking in from all over. He has a reach of 40 countries right now, believe it or not, and several states check in. I was going to share, and I am going to share, but I'm not going to forget to share my screen. Excuse me. So last night we had a caller, and her name is Kim Young, and she called in. She was trying to get on a couple times last week. And I really wanted her to get on because she had told us that her mother had passed and she was sure it was from the vacation. And she was very heartbroken, and we were all very heartbroken for her. And she finally was able to get on last night, and she shared this beautiful poem. So I'm going to read it to you guys. It's called Arise. Arise, sleeping giant, awake from your dreams. It is time to learn the truth. The world is not what it seems. Rub the sleep from your eyes. Stay focused on the light. Do it slowly, but be quick. We need you in the fight. There are stories to be told you may not want to hear, but you will be all right. We have many soldiers here to support you and to guide you, to be there as your friend, through patience and in love, with unending time to spend. There are lies, pain, and torture, things you never thought to see. Join the journey and rise up to keep our country free. Put away your fear, walk in strength and faith. Research and discern, the Lord will keep you safe. Time is running short to destroy evil's mighty grip. Be brave, do not fear. We will not surrender ship. Become a warrior of liberty, for your freedom, for mine. Join the battle for all children. Stand strong, hold the line. So that was Kim Young wrote that poem. And Mike emailed me last night and said, please get that on the website. So we got that on the website right away. And the Liberty Warrior Nation campout is in 11 days, you guys, which is July 2nd. So it's not 11 days till the 4th of July, but it's 11 days until the campout, which is going to be really cool. So about a month ago, I told the group when Mike was out here, we had a live stream going for Stand Up Humble, and it was on Mike's channel. And he got taken down before the stream was over. And some of the people in the group were not happy that we were streaming live, and they are very concerned about their privacy. And so we were having this little clash of, me pushing for more activism and let's get out there, let's get our faces out there, we need to be there and protesting and all this. I was also going every Friday from noon to 2 with Genevieve and Chuck. They're out there faithfully since last August. And I've just since stopped doing hosting and protesting on Fridays, particularly because I'm going into the media outlet of things. And we were getting some people, but I just really feel like this is where I need to focus my energy now, is in helping build websites and correspondence, helping Mike out, helping Stand Up Humble out, get us organized. Because even when the face diapers go, and if this vacation thing ever really does stop getting pushed on us, we need to be locally involved in knowing who we're electing. Our schools are a mess. I mean, nothing is getting cleaned up like that. So if there's any people out there in Humboldt County at all that want to be involved in this, I'm hoping this channel will help create a way for us to connect. It's really hard to get together every week, especially, I had one of our greatest travelers journeys from one of our members who's in Southern Humboldt drive 2.5 hours to get to my house. That's how fragmented we are here in Humboldt County, because we're really separated by distance. California is a 2-day full drive, right, from north to south. So even just here in our region of 250,000 people, with McKinleyville, Arcata, Fortuna, Trinidad, Scotia, Riadell, it's a humongous county. And then it goes east. It doesn't go west because it's only ocean out there. But, we have a great distance between us all. So I really hope this channel will help to get us involved and help us stay on the same page, because that's what we need, because our media are liars. I'm going to share a collaboration of snapshots I've saved from the last year and a half from all these disgusting liars. I can't stand them. If I could figure out a way, and when I do figure out a way, I am going to find out how to press charges against them. What they've done to our county is criminal. They have censored information and shoved information down our throat that's criminal. It's criminal. So that needs to, I'm working on it. So that needs to get dealt with, obviously. I don't know what I did to my screen. We have election, that's probably a naughty word to say, but we have a lot of concerns at the local level. The Shasta is got really ass kicking people on their movement, and they can't get anywhere because they said that those rules are made to be difficult. The recall, the signatures, the way they've set it up is nearly impossible to get them out. And by now they should be gone. Those guys have worked their asses off in Shasta County, put them on the line. Episode 3 ended with a private investigator showing up at one of the gals' houses. That's how it ended. It was so creepy. I don't know if you guys watched if any of you haven't seen the Red, White, and Blueprint, you got to watch it. They're on YouTube. They're in Shasta County, and they're being harassed by corrupt politicians and leaders. And so we have the same problem here. Peggy Hall's in Orange County. She can get 1,000 people to show up at their board of supervisors. And what happens there? She's not feeling like they're having a lot of great success. I know it has a lot of success, but for all the fighting she's done, for all the fighting we've all done, I personally have emailed every single one of these board of supervisors more than once. They've been called on and asked to take the lawful vote they're supposed to take to end this state of emergency. There are raking it in, you guys, with money, hand over fist, with illness money. That's why. And their auditor is already on their ass. We had a board, not a board, what is he called? Committee member for the Planning Commission is a good long friend of ours. I've known him for years. I don't talk to him often, but I would love to get Jeff Regan to call in sometime. And that reminds me, let me get my number out there because I'm rambling. I want to be a call-in show. Of course I have things I want, but I really don't want to be on here blah, blah, blah all the time, just talking to myself. I do have things I want to share. I'd love to have people call in. Oops. No, I don't need to do that. But, oh, darn it. Might have just screwed up my screen share, but we'll fumble around and we'll figure it out. I'm going to go to this stand-up group and share the link in here. I told them I was getting on at 10 o'clock. There's I'm going to share this with you guys. I don't know. I blocked this thing on myself. Great. I think I blocked this. Share the screen. I gotta get that gone. Okay, maybe I did it now. No, sorry. Watch me fumble around some more. It's fun, right? Tell me someone's entertained by it. I would be laughing at somebody with them. I wouldn't be laughing at them. I'd be laughing with them. Well, maybe I would laugh at them a little bit. I deserve it. All right, I want to show you something here with Humboldt County. This car I saw last night was already gutted here. Yesterday morning, we got a call that one of our employees' car was stolen. And I'm wondering if that isn't her car, because that looks like her car to me, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she had a black Altima. Yeah, so I'm going to share this now. But Mike was telling me that it took him like 2 months before someone called in. I hope that people call in before 2 months is up. I'm not sure. So let me just go over Liberty's site while I'm here. This is his badges tab. And he's got this great brother, War Machine, who has come up with all these badges for all these different states. So Oklahoma, this is the original. So that's for just our nation, which is worldwide. It's global. There's Oklahoma. There's California, which I happen to know these are two of Mike's personal favorites, and they're my favorites too. I love Texas. I love all these. They are so gorgeous to me. Liberty Warrior, Pennsylvania. Look at that blue. Florida, North Dakota, Ohio. And he's got the number when they joined the Union. North Carolina, and there's the US one. There's a special one for like breast cancer and things, and there's camo. And there's Australia and Ireland, Canada, and the UK. So those are pretty cool, I think. Very exciting to me. Let's see, what else do I have? So the history of stand-up, I was just trying to share. This is where it's at right now. Is Elaine and I are very excited to be working with Mike at Liberty Warrior Nation. We're very honored that he drove all the way out here to Little Humboldt County. He actually was born in Arcata, so he does have some strong ties here. He loves this county. He has a lot of memories here. This is a very special place to him too. So he's invested. And last night it was so cool. On the back of in his background, he had a billboard, and it was showing him, and it said call in. And I mean, it's just so exciting to think about how big this has grown in just a month. When he was at our county and he got shut down, he was literally down to zero, right? So, and then within a week, he had 3,000 more followers, and within 2 weeks, 5 to 7. And then I remember last Thursday, we did our ladies' night, which is always very special that we have that platform, ladies. So you should check it out. But 15,000 people viewed ladies' night, and a lot of them were watching it when it was live. So I know that our little presence here in Humboldt County doesn't seem like much, but we're connected with someone who's got a very big scope, and they're hearing about Humboldt County all over the world, not just these states. I mean, like I said, he has a range of 40 countries. So a lot of people suffering, a lot of people are alone, a lot of people really just want to be heard. And you can really hear it when they call in. I did. When I called in, I was really hurting. I even emailed Mike personally the next day about a lot of the things, because I would take up his whole show telling him of all the grievances here in Humboldt County. And he interviewed Star, who was trafficked here through Jehovah's Witnesses. Half of her interview is still up. The other half has been taken down, but he wants to follow up with her. I would like to follow up with her. I'll get her on here and get an interview with her again. She's had a lot of people reach out to her from Liberty Warrior Nation and give her information and get her connected with bigger national organizations and even lawyers. And that's what we need, obviously, in Humboldt County and in Crescent City. We are behind the Redwood Curtain. So there's a lot of reason to like that. It's nice to be away from all the nonsense, but in reality, when you need a really good doctor or you want to try to get a large group together for something, we're so separated, and the doctors don't want to live up here because there's not a lot of money. Oh, you tried to call in? Uh-oh. Boy, those emojis are serious. Those are serious. Let's see. You tried to call in. Well, why? I don't see you here. What happened? I don't get it. Oh, okay. So it's fussy, right? If you're on an iPhone, you need to go through Google or Safari. And if you are on an Android, Chrome. It's Chrome. You downloaded Chrome too. Dang it. Well, darn it. I don't know if anybody can call in. I asked my mother to call in yesterday, but it was my auntie's birthday, so I think she was busy. You'll try Safari? Okay, cool. Yeah, and I shared it in the stand-up group, and I wanted to see it on the YouTube. I should share it YouTube on there. Sometimes people want to click on something right when they see it live more than just when they see this is just a Restream logo on there in the group. I think it doesn't show me live, but if I share this, if I can share the if I share the YouTube link right now, I think it will show me live, and then maybe, just maybe, they will want to. Okay, Robert, let's check back. No, I don't see you. It's there. What's there? I'll try Safari. It's there. What's there, DK? Oh, the stream. Yeah, he's trying to call with it. Or, oh yeah, you don't call, right? You just click the stream. I think that's what he means. He's trying to click the stream. And it's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I'm hanging out. I want my humble peeps to call in. I seriously do want to hear from a couple people. I want to hear from Jeff Regan one of these days. And I want to hear from, I'm so sorry. I want to hear from my friend. My bad, didn't mean to send. Oh, okay. It's okay. I want to also hear from, and I got to call her and invite her myself. I'm sure she will come on with me. She's brave. Michelle Renee, you know I love you, girl. And I want to hear some of the latest, greatest with the essential oils and the vitamins. Michelle's in a lot of cool things. Her and I are both in Juice Plus. I don't sell anything. I just have a lot of discounts with direct sale companies. I really believe in them, and I feel that's one way to really support your small businesses and also your moms, especially. There's a lot of moms that are working it with those direct sales, and they are really, really good companies for moms. I've known my gal in Florida and my gal in Redding. Both of them were killing it. They were making lots of money and earning cars. And I used to do spa parties. Some of you might be going, I know that girl from somewhere. I used to go around and I would have foot tubs and all the stuff from Beauty Control and do the neck wraps and do a relaxation session, you know, the iPads and the hand. You know, some of you know me. You know, some of you been to my spa parties. I like comforting people. I like helping people to relax and take a couple minutes to breathe. And I also like getting shit done. So I like doing both. You have to have a balanced life, right? You have to just go for it every day. No one's guaranteed tomorrow, you guys. None of us are guaranteed tomorrow. So today is I'm so excited for today, like I am every day. Every day is a great day to grab opportunities. There's opportunities all around us, especially if you live in America. I'm trying to find my channel so I can see my stream. So Robert tried to get in. Let me see this. I wish I would quit saying that. I am gonna try to connect it through Facebook. Small and mid-sized businesses have the biggest targets on their back. Big enemy to communism. Absolutely. And that is why I just remembered how to do that. That's another thing with this channel and with this movement and this group is propping up the small businesses, propping up the mom and pops. They have been just attacked. They were the ones that were attacked, apart from the vulnerable and the weak and the disabled and those who can't wear this, right? I mean, this whole thing has just been ridiculous. Just criminally unjust. So much, you know, my mom and sister were in the hospital my mom and daughter were in the hospital in the very beginning of the lockdown. And I don't think a lot of people realize just how unjust, criminal, and people have a right to their dignity, end of life dignity. And this illness, all this fraud and corruption that went on this last year. What happened with our seniors and our kids is the most disgusting thing to me, and it's still happening, which is why I'm on this channel doing this show, trying to figure out a way to help us come together in Humboldt County, because like I said earlier, we're fragmented. Even the whole state is fragmented. So there's a couple more people I want to share with you that I follow that are in California. Oreo Express. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They are, I don't think they do call-in shows, but they travel. They were in DC. They went to Arizona. They were going to go to the border and maybe already have, I'm not sure. They are an older white guy and a younger black guy, but I think the younger man has been, he said I should know their names, I'm sorry, but that's why they call themselves Oreo Express. So no political correctness there, They're really great. They tell it like it is. I like them a lot. They've been protesting at the Tower Theater for the last few months. I don't really understand all of what's going on there, but I know that there's a big fight with the LGBT community and the church. And so that's really heartbreaking. That's not helping us get together at all. I'm sure they could find some common ground. Love is the common ground, right? Also, this one is not going to be for everybody I know and all my friends, for sure, but I can handle him in small doses, the salty cracker. He is in San Francisco. He is in the thick of people literally defecating on the streets, and the leaders do nothing. Their homeless situation, they actually propped up the homeless in some of the finest hotels excuse me, in San Francisco during the illness. And they did it here too. Because I have a friend, PC, predecessor to cancel culture. Yes, for sure. I have a friend who her son and his family had been living in hotels. They got evicted, their house sold, and they got evicted. And they'd been living in hotels and motels in Humboldt County for months. I work with this friend, so this is a credible source. And she was letting one of her family members, the teenager, she actually gave them her bedroom and sleeps on the couch. 66-year-old woman. So her son was evicted during the illness, the height of the lockdown, so that they could put true homeless people in those motels. He was working and paying out of his pocket to keep his family sheltered in a hotel, and they kicked him out. Because, they did let go 50% of hardened criminals. You don't wonder why. Eureka is a total dump right now. Eureka, every morning you can wake up, every morning, and somebody's car stolen, somebody's mail stolen, somebody's house has been broken into. Chicago, I was watching, it's one of those things why it's good to not always be on the BitChute and the Rumble, because there is stuff on there. But I saw 2 white people be pulled out their car and murdered. I don't know who the killer was, black or I think he was. I think this was a hate crime. This was a race crime. In cold blood, pulled out of their car and shot execution style on the street. I didn't want to see that. And I'm sorry to share that, but we need to know this is what's going on. You let 50% of the criminals out that have done stuff like this. What the hell do you think is going to happen to the country? I mean, that's why I know the prison system sucks. There's a lot of people in prison that shouldn't be there. But the violent offenders that are murdering people, raping them, sex trafficking them, burglarizing, armed robbery with assault. I mean, these people need to be dealt with somehow, but to just let them out on our streets and then to pull the cops back too. Oh yeah, let's do that at the same time, because this is where we're at. This is why we have Stand Up Humboldt. This is, I back the blue. My family in Chicago, nurses, sheriffs, firefighters. Two of my uncles were DEA agents. One of them was in Turkey and Istanbul and had the government spying on him because he had a communist friend at one time. And it's funny because they're both, one's super conservative now and the other one's super liberal. So it's really great. I got that. Those are great sources too. My grandma had 13 kids. So all those men, I think all those men were served in the armed forces, and they all got good jobs and are heroes. They're real heroes. My one uncle's a retired firefighter, but he drives this SUV, and we got to drive it when I took my daughter to Chicago in 2019 to 2021. We stayed at the Palmer House for New Year's Eve. It was this epic trip we had. And my uncle came with this SUV. He transports live organs and the surgeons. And so it's a really intense job that he has, He's a hero. He's always been that uncle in the family that would buy everybody Christmas presents. And, he's still a hero. He's still out there killing it. That freak Lightfoot. Oh man, I want my friend Yolanda to call in. Another case of delusional denial, hypocritical mindset. You could go on and on. She is the ugliest person to look at, not just because it's not her physical that makes her ugly, although it's obviously that inside that pours out of her and comes out through her eyes and her non-hair. I mean, I don't usually want to attack people's physical appearance, but she looks like a demon. Because she is a demon. She's a horrible, horrible, horrible person. So I want my friend Yolanda to call in, but she probably doesn't know that I'm on, like I said, I didn't share this on Facebook because Facebook is, oh my gosh, he may have transported your brother's heart. What? Really? Wow. Yeah, it's a special job, and he takes it very seriously. And we got to ride around in that vehicle, and I was just like, wow, this is an amazing thing that he's doing and that our country does with the whole organ transplant thing. That's mind-blowing, right? My son lost his left eye to cancer when he was 5 months old. So we used to go to UCSF all the time in San Francisco and be with a lot of those people that were in the family house, the kids and the cancer and all that. It's so surreal. If you have not been in an experience like that, you probably aren't even aware. But if you want to think of the most depressing place in the world, I would say a children's hospital is right up there. I got a lot of friends that their kids have had a lot of issues, and we know it's tough. It's the worst to see children suffer. I don't like to see anybody suffer. But churches. So yeah, Salty, he does have some good information. He is funny. The racism, I love when he gets going on a rant like that. I need to hear that stuff sometimes. I'm like, please, will somebody just say it like it is? And he definitely does. So there's Peggy Hall is in Orange County. Linka Coloma. Anybody see her? Come on, I know you guys have seen Linka Coloma. Linka from Sylvania. So she from Sylvania? She's you got a transplant, 2 issue. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that he received the heart. I was afraid that he lost his life and was the one that was sharing the heart, but I'm glad to hear he received a heart and was on an IVAD for almost what's an IVAD? I don't know what that is. It must be a special device for where'd my thing go? I lost it. No, I don't know what that is. I think that I'm going to do an evening chat too. I was thinking last night, I wanted to get on last night, but I was working really late in gardening, and I plowed my first field with our bobcat, which was really fun. We've had a bobcat for probably about 10 years now. But when we first had our property, Elle was on Elle for almost a year and a half. Something to probably keep him going, right? Until he could get a heart. But yeah, I'm getting my garden in. It's time. I hope you're all gardening. I hope you're all getting your veggies in. So Linka, Coloma, Peggy Hall, Oreo Express, Salty Cracker. Excuse me. There's a guy that you guys might like to watch. His name is Corey Harrison. I don't know if he's gardening. Yeah, of course, same here. I hope you have a greenhouse, Robert, because I know that coast is tough for growing tomatoes, right? As people down in Eureka could not grow tomatoes. And even up here, some people would have some problems. But my tomatoes grow fine up here because I have a sunroom. But I also bought 2 tunnel houses. Lad unit replaces heart because it's pretty much died. Pumps all fluids. Okay. Thank you for that. Interesting. Yeah, it's amazing. It is amazing what we do. I could even do any of that. I am not. I'm the last person that would be. I'd like to think that if it was World War II and there was those minutes, I would be that girl that would go in. I think that I could do it. I'm pretty sure that I could do it. I want to share with you guys this guy. His name is Corey Harrison. Unless his page got taken down again, he's. I would not be surprised. There's Linka Coloma. I'll show you her. Let me double check to see if you can see my screen. You can see my screen, right? He loves my chicken eggs. Who loves your chicken eggs? I missed something there. Okay. Linka Coloma. I'm just going to build one. Oh, chicken coop. You're going to build a chicken coop. Oh, you're going to build a greenhouse. Yeah. So I bought my tunnel house. It's a 7x7. So it's 7 feet wide by 7 feet tall, 20 feet long for $320 with tax locally here at Resell Lumber. And I bought one before they have new ownership, and I bought one afterwards. So they still are going to be selling those. I bought it last year. I don't know about this year. But yeah, Linka Coloma, let me show you her. So that's her. Who's seen her? She used to go in and video herself just walking into Costco, not shopping, mask free. Oh, and also I remember her and Peggy Hall both were going to a rally. And I remember this very well because I remember that Peggy Hall was upset that Lenka got on the airplane and went to the rally, and Peggy didn't get on the airplane, and Peggy missed the rally. So I don't know if you guys remember that, but I do remember that. So that's Linka. Let me see if I can find. Oh, there's Corey. Okay, so watch this guy. I love you, Corey. You are a badass dude. He's in Burbank. So let's see if I can see the one that I saw. He's got a few. He must have got his channel back up because the first time I saw him, he said he was taken down, but he's got a lot of videos where he goes to his supervisors and he's got a bullhorn and he's corrupt City Hall rally. Yeah, I think he's got a caravan. So my thought is this: I would love to, get this guy. Okay, this will make your day. I think you'll like hearing this.
Bougie Bush, that fucking piece of shit. That's it. You're going down. You can run, but you can't hide. You're going down for corruption. You're going down for treason, you fucking scumbag.
He sounds like he's from Boston, doesn't he? Oh man, I just love hearing that. Sorry, he's, cussing and stuff, but it's like they deserve it. They totally deserve it. And our Board of Supervisors deserves it too. And if we could ever get us, hey, Roberto, if we could ever get us a caravan, it looks like he had a caravan going down there, but really it says caravan. But when I was there, 3 weeks ago, when I was watching these videos, I didn't see many people. And I realized, like, okay, this is the problem. So I remember listening to Oreo Express talking, and they said that, yeah, we probably could get a dozen people or so. They've been on for a year and a half. These guys have been to Washington, D.C. They travel, they're supported, people like them, and they can get a dozen people together. I don't know how many people Shasta can get together. I can get maybe a dozen people together. Maybe. So this is the problem we have. More people were excited to go celebrate Mr. T's birthday here in the conservative group. No offense to you all in the conservative group, but half of you comply. There's 2,000 people in the conservative group in Humboldt County, and half of them take the vacation, I think. They're the businesses. A lot of those businesses, from what I could tell, were ill-informed and making all their employees wear the face diaper. There's hardly any businesses that stood up for their employees in Humboldt County. Hardly any. So remember, Jacques Chocolate has an ad. Don't forget, Jacques Chocolate, a local organic chocolate company. They're organic. Well, who cares? You want to tell you're advertising all your new employees must have the vacation? Who the frick do you think you are? Who the frick do you think you are, Jacques Chocolate? You have no right to tell people they got to take a vacation. So you want to come here and say something, honey? My honey's going to come here and say something. He's going to come support me. Come here and say something. To 5 people.
Hello, 5 people.
He's going to get on and talk AMC. Go shoot to the moon.
No, I'm not all going to talk AMC. I'm going to talk apes.
Apes.
Peace out.
Bye.
Moon
gang. All right. He's going to work soon, so I'll have the house all to myself. Yeah, that's the love of my life right there. Love that man. He's great. SUH progress. I hope is that about Isabella? How is Miss Isabella? Please do tell how your little girl is doing. I'm hoping she is eating. It's one of my current issues. Companies that could use my skills require the jab as pre-employment requirement. And the thing is, if people don't fight it right now, we're losing. We will have 2 different Americas. We will have 2 different Humboldt counties. They are pushing, I think they have, I don't know what's going on because I can't stand to watch the Board of Supervisors, but they were saying they're going to have a special section at our local baseball game. At our Crabs game. Did you know that the Crabs is the oldest minor league baseball team in America? And Jay Leno did a special on it. Actually, you could probably Google it and find it. They do a whole funny thing about Humboldt County too. I'm trying not to say and honey, but I got this note up here, babe. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to do. So yeah, our employees were very respectful to both themselves and to us. It was their option to wear the thing or not. If a customer asked them to do it, I know a lot of them complied. Some of them would say, no, I can't. And we also provided clear shields for them. So the ones that go from the chin up to the nose. But, the very afraid around here were not accepting of that. And so thankfully, a lot of that seemed to have dropped. I wonder if Arcata is allowing people to wear the chin guard now because I don't think so. There's even, I think there are some stores that are saying, well, yeah, I went to a dispensary and they said, yeah, you don't have to wear this anymore as long as you've had this. Like, who do these people think they are? This is what happened because we let them do this. All those people that complied, I'm sorry, all you conservatives that complied here in the last year and a half, you didn't help us. You did not help our freedoms. And you got to step up right now because the facial recognition thing is coming. So you could go celebrate the birthdays and parades and all that. I couldn't even stomach that. You got 12-year-olds getting coerced to get the vacation and you want to go party and I'm sorry. I'm not on the same page. This stuff is surreal. This is not okay. There's a lot of us that are waking up every day going, what the is going on? This is not okay. You got 12-year-olds being coerced. They're going to shove this. They're going to keep shoving this. They're going to keep shoving it. And there's not enough pushback, you guys. So I'm going to push back. I'm calling all of you out, all of you conservatives in that group that haven't done a thing but complain. That's all you're good for. And no one wants to hear it anymore. I'm sorry. Get in the game. We got a group, standuphumboldt.com. We have ideas. We have people that want to do something, but they don't even know what to do. So it'd be great if you could call in and let me know what you're doing in Humboldt County, but I can't do everything. I feel like I've been doing a lot of it myself. Me and Elaine. And there's Dana, Catherine Gabatan. There's Seth. There's Perry, Gabriel, Justin. There's Genevieve and Chuck. They are the most faithful. They've been every Friday at the courthouse from noon to 2, every Friday. So that's something you can all go do and support them. And there's plenty to do with the Board of Supervisors. If any of you want to go show up anywhere to try to let them hear us, I'll be there because they're not hearing us. They don't care about us. They're just going to keep stringing us along while we go have parades. I'm just disgusted with it. I'm sorry. I've been at it for months and there's just not enough. So Mike Liberty Warrior, we're working with him. We're getting our, the word is, what is the word? Not constituents, correspondence. Work in progress, although I find it extremely disturbing as to the response to this scandemic. I hesitate to actually condemn them because I feel their reaction was based solely on fear, which was the point. Which is the businesses, you mean? Not the people, right? Small businesses. Yeah, I don't condemn the businesses either. It's always been about lovingly educating them. Now, Jacques, totally. Anybody that's pushing this now, that's inexcusable. Still, the face diaper was inexcusable for me. I went home without groceries and cried my eyes out many times. That's should not be happening in America. If you don't understand how serious that is, that grocery stores are going to prohibit you from entering unless you suffocate yourself, because so many other people decided to go ahead and suffocate themselves instead of fighting it. No, I'm sorry. I'm unapologetically pissed off at the people that complied for so long and didn't push back at all. And I had people in my family that they fought as much as they could, but they had to do complying too. So I understand it. I do. But there are those of us that didn't have to. I didn't have to. So my agreement with my family was, yeah, you guys have to go out and go get the groceries because I can't. So I fought and am still fighting. And that's how the households need to kind of do it, because if we're all half complying here, I'm not getting this to get my groceries. I can tell you that for sure.
Oh, God.
And nobody in my family is going to either. So I better be, growing my own food and getting my own everything. I'm not worried. I know where the quail nests are. Their nests are on the ground, you guys. Did you know that? Quail's nests are on the ground. Very easy to get quail eggs. You throw a salt lick out and get the deer. I don't even eat meat, but I want a pond. I'd like to stock it with fish. There's a lot of things you can do to be self-sufficient, but if you live in the city, that's tough. Well, I just wanted to share those things about the other resources in California, which are Oreo Express, Salty Cracker, Corey Harrison, Lenka Coloma, also Dundee's. What's her first name? Dundee's got back to me with a list to get a hold of lawyers. So I do have that list, and I'm around if anybody wants to email me or call me, but I'm hopping off of here. I'm glad you guys made it. I'm sorry I got a little upset at the end. I'm just very frustrated with our county too. It's all the counties. It's everywhere. It's the same problem. Work in progress. Actually, people and businesses, Deanna, among other things, this was a test to see how many people would actually fall prey to that level of heightened fear. It's easier to control a scared population. Exactly. Which is why I'm upset with them, because I want them to see that they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. He's still in power for some reason, and he's pushing a facial recognition thing, and the stores, this has been prophesied about. This is talked about, but does that mean that we just sit around and accept it and don't do anything about it and don't call out people that aren't part of the solution? You are either part of the solution or you are the problem. 100%. Sorry, there's no gray fence here now. It's truth or lies. Truth or lies. Live your convictions. Keep your dignity. Don't give in to these people that are trying to make you not be able to breathe fully or to put some poison in your body. That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So I'm sure I offended some people, but that's going to be the show. I really love all people unconditionally, whether you took this or not. That's not my issue at all. I just really want to preserve the freedoms that we have and get some back that we've lost, and prop up the mom and pops, support people that don't have a voice so they can call in and share what's going on, give a voice for Humboldt County. This is the direction I'm going in, and I hope some people will jump along. I know Elaine will get on here. Please be praying for her. She's been really sick for a couple weeks and just doesn't have much energy. She's working with a lot of kids, and I worked with kids too, and that's kind of how it is when you work with kids. They are the germ spreaders, but we love them for that, right? We don't want to make them feel bad about it and make them feel like they have been made to feel for the last year and a half. It's really been horrible, but I want to end on a positive note. So, hey, you know what I think would be fun? And it sounds like not a super effective thing to do, but actually, I will share my email before I hang up. Actually, I think isn't it Shepherd of the Forest? Isn't it Tracy that does the rock painting? You guys, I think so. And I don't even know if this is the right paints, but Justin and I, we're going to do some rock painting and hide them. You know, there's a group in Humboldt County called Stoned in Humboldt, and it's people, they hide rocks all over, and a lot of times kids will find them and they leave hints. They'll take a picture of where they put the rock, and they'll kind of give a little idea of where it is, but it'd be fun to do. Tracy had some really pretty ones. I mean, I'm not a big artist with painting and stuff, but I think just a simple, you know, like the mask picture, or even just the word mask with the thing through it. I think I could do a rock like that. You know, I think I could paint something like that. So a rock party would be fun. I'm always inviting people in Humboldt County to come up to my property. They can find me on Hilltop Workshops on Facebook, or also I do have hilltopworkshops.com that shows some of the things I do, but there is more of it is on Facebook. The woodworking and jewelry making. I do salve and lip balm, you know, like personal stuff. And I'd like to share those kind of things with. I bought some bunch of those supplies, lip balm supplies and lotion stuff, and this gal gave me this tub of raw organic good shea butter. So I just have a ton of shea butter and beeswax and all the goods, and I've started infusing my own arnica flowers and lavender flowers for oils. And like I said earlier, I want to get Michelle Renee on here because she's knows much more about those things than I do. I had her come and share with our gals to do a wellness thing for them and get some oils for them. And we were talking about putting together little wellness kits if people are interested in that. We have a gal, Maxine, who makes EMF repellent jewelry, beautiful jewelry. And we're going to get her stuff online, I hope. So also, that's the last thing. That's how I'm going to end on a positive note. The last thing is, those of us in stand-up that are fighting for our freedoms and are active and do have products and businesses to sell, this is a place where we want to be able to tout each other's businesses and the ones we know, which we've been doing the last couple months in Facebook, which has been great because it's a private group and we have 270 people in that group. And we've been able to tell each other, hey, you can shop over here, you can shop over there. Bye, I love you. And that's been great because it's actually if that's the only thing that the group ever did for each other, it'd be good enough, because I got a couple shopping trips in without having to wear the face diaper, and that meant the world to me. So we are having little successes. There's not a lot to tout right now. But I do believe that it's the minuscule combination and accumulation of steady faithfulness and commitment and not wavering that is where we're going to see our successes. That is where we're going to see our long-term progress. So I know it's happening. I wish I could report more good things, but right now it's just been, Elaine has been sick. I've been kicked around quite a bit by some of the members. I'm sure after this stream, I won't have made any more friends in the conservative group. But you know what? It's just the truth, and I have to tell the truth. And I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay, because I love everybody anyways, and that's on them. I love people that are different than me. I don't want to be around people that think just like me. I actually don't want to hear people agree with me all the time and tell me the same things that I know all the time. I'd really love to hear diverse conversation. I love to debate. I can debate all day long without screaming at you or getting upset with you. I want to hear opposing opinions. I like them. What I'd like to do is, when people want to debate, we both bring our source, right? And then we watch the source together. And thanks, work in progress. You're cool too. In my book too. I just like straight shooters. And a lot of times the straight shooters can piss me off too. I've been offended by people that I love for a few seconds. And then I've got to work it through in my own brain and realize what they're saying is true. And it hit me hard because I probably got to deal with something with it. They're saying something that I don't like because I probably have erred in something, or, so I will say I stand corrected. I apologize to anybody in that group that I offended. I do love to celebrate, and I do love to go to parades too. It's just that when that was put out, it was right around the height of the clinics for the 12-year-olds. And so that's why there's so much animosity from me about it, because I could have cared less about that at that time. There's 12-year-olds that are being coerced. This is surreal. This is not okay. So I'm still in this mindset that I'm not letting them turn Humboldt County into San Francisco. And San Francisco should be not letting San Francisco be what San Francisco is either. And I know they've got one of the best lawyers down there, Dillon Law Firm. I've been in contact with them as well. So I've got my feelers in a lot of places. If you are an activist, you probably won't be offended by what I'm saying. If you are more of the feelings group and the just wanting to get information, that's no offense. I get it. We can't all be activists, right? We can't all be activists. So what is this? We need to truly define what is conservative and what is just some shithead agreeing to not stir the pot. Yeah, I don't even know that word conservative anymore. I'll tell you the truth, and you probably not going to like it. A lot of people aren't going to like it. I am a libertarian, 100%. You cannot legislate morality. I am a Christian. I am a born-again Christian, 100%. However, I do not feel that we can legislate our laws because they're our spiritual principle. This country was founded on the Christian spiritual principles that we found. Our Constitution is protecting our God-given rights. It doesn't give them to us. That's something I've learned from Peggy Hall, her reiterating that over and over again, because we can get that confused. We can think, our Constitution gives us our rights. That protects us our rights. We're human beings first, not subjects to the government. So we're so fortunate that our Constitution protects that. It protects our God-given rights. So libertarians are, you can legalize. I'm not saying I'm for these things, but I'm saying this: prostitution, drug usage, those things are, as a people, we the people are to create those laws for us. And a government should not be telling any person that anything is restrictive for them unless they're hurting somebody else. Even if you're hurting yourself, that's my understanding as a libertarian. So I am no conservative by any means. I am no liberal by any means. I walk the line of freedom. So, and neither one of those parties has ever given me that type of freedom. They all have their adherence or allegiance to this or that. And it's typically the Freemasons and the Illuminati and the central banking system, big pharma. Those people, I don't care about those people. The people that follow them don't even understand that's who they're following, right? Even the ones that took the vacation, they don't even understand. They kowtowed to big pharma and the government. They let them decide who's under Pelosi's thumb. Hi, Tara. Tara. I got to get that right. Okay, Tara is the She's the boss lady, you guys, of the Liberty Warrior Nation. She sends the emails. She is probably all day dealing with it, and none of us get paid and none of us care because we love the community that's at the Liberty Warrior Nation. We love the people that call in, and not everybody always agrees with everything. It isn't San Francisco. Oh yeah, San Francisco is under Pelosi's thumb. Of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. And so is the whole state of California under Gavin Newsom. It's under Pelosi's because Newsom is just her little puppet, right? But I honestly don't think that is Newsom. The last couple times I've seen him, I'm not saying clones or whatever, but masks and doppelgangers are very real. And the last speech I saw that was given by Gavin Newsom, he was not as good looking, even though Gavin Newsom's just a GQ boy, but he looked a lot like him. He had the nose, he had the profile, he had the hair. He wasn't as tall, and he did not have that grovelly, horrid voice that him and Fauci have, Yeah, conservative is more of a belief, a set of morals, values, and principles. It's not a party. Yes, and I definitely align more with the conservative set of beliefs than the liberal ones, although I do have some liberal tendencies in me. I'm a hippie wannabe. I'm a second generation hippie. I've been to a lot of like 50 Grateful Dead shows, and that was the first time I felt the family camaraderie in America. I'd been to Catholic church, but it was more of an anxiety experience for me. I'm a recovering Catholic. I'm a born again Christian, but I'm not Catholic in any way. They're actually quite different. There will be Catholics in heaven, I'm sure. However, a lot of Catholics don't read their Bibles. They don't read their Bibles. They don't know their Bibles. And they think they have to go to a priest to confess their sins. They pray the rosary, which is praying to Mary. And they call a priest father, which the Bible says don't call anybody father but your Father in heaven. Not like daddy, but like as in your father priest? No, they're nobody. They're a sinner. And a lot of them are pedophiles, to be honest. We know now that the organized religion is really where a lot of them hide, right? Okay, Tara, jumping off. Gotcha. You don't have to moderate here, honey. There's only 5 people, so it's great. I remember when Liberty lost his channel and he only had 20, 50 people would jump on right at first. It was the diehards that were always committed, and it was actually really special. I liked it. I liked that it was smaller. You felt a little less nervous, a little more emboldened. But I'll tell you what, I learned something really bummer, and I guess I'm going to share it now. But there's a gal, you guys know, honestly, hear me out, in our group, and Restream, Scott, not Restream, I'm sorry, what's his name? Remote. Okay, so Remote told me the other night, this is really sucky, you guys, but he told me that honestly says that Toby Mac is not good. And so I was like, no, don't say that. I've taken my kids to see Toby Mac. I've been to a couple, 3 times we've seen Toby Mac. And I love his music, but I looked it up. I looked it up on BitChute, and there was a video, and it wasn't just Toby Mac. I'm trying to think there was a couple other stars in this. It was like a 20-minute video. I'll try to find it. It's one of those things you don't want to share, but when you're a truth sharer, you got to share it, especially with your people, which for my Christian friends, I'm pretty sure you'd want to know that Toby Mac is most likely a Freemason. He's Illuminati. Remember the song Illuminati coming through? Illamai, 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 Illuminati coming through. And then after I watched that stupid video that exposed him, that song was stuck in my head for like 2 days. But the reality is, when you the guy put together all the signs. Eye on It is one of his albums. They were showing the last photo that Toby Mac had with Truett, his son. They were on an airplane, and Toby Mac did a photo of half his face, just one eye. It is very, very scary looking photo, actually, of Toby Mac. And he was on a plane with his son. And yeah, just some weird stuff in there. Weird stuff in there about his artwork and his music and his connections, and also the death of his son that was ruled a heart attack, which was really shocking. I mean, I chopped it up to maybe it was oxycodone or something like that. It's one of those drugs. But suspicious death. Are they saying it was suspicious? No. But it was to me when it happened. I thought that's strange. But I'm not saying anything. I'm not insinuating anything, but I think he was. I think the person in the video was insinuating a lot of things, actually. So it was in BitChute. I saw it. And it was undeniable, the things that he was pointing out in Toby Mac's artwork and his songs, and even in some pictures and statements. And, they're very good. And it doesn't mean that those songs can't be anointed. It doesn't mean that those lyrics aren't true. And it doesn't mean that those experiences that I had weren't true too. Feeling God's presence. And of course, can that still come out? Can God work through anything? Yes, of course he can. But it's true. Most of them aren't. It's just a heartbreak. And, finding out that some of these churches have been sheltering and hiding these type of people. That's why the first stream I did, Robert was on last Friday. It was a good 3-hour stream with remote. And that's when he told me about Toby Mac. And I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to hear that people that are being deceiving. And I don't know if it's true. Maybe it's not true, but that's what research is, right? You look it up. You look it up. I'm not going to ignore something because I like it. I remembered what I was going to say, but I'm going to read this first. I'm not a big country guy, more an old school rocker. I love rock and roll. That's my favorite. But I've heard that of Toby, and even Blake supposedly wears a mask. No facts, just heard on the internet. So it must be true. Yeah, of course. You hear it on the internet, it must be true. Yeah, what I was going to say. Oh, no, don't slip away. Don't slip away. No, it's slipping away again. Darn it. It's slipping away. It's slipping away. The thing I was remembering. Yeah, I don't know. These deceptive people break my heart. No idea. Yeah, that was the first time I heard it, but I wasn't, I didn't want to ignore it because you have to research, you have to find out if it's true. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So my husband's story with his father, with the moon landing. I've watched a few videos on the old BitChute in the last couple months, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, we landed on the moon. Sure. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Whoever tells you they know for sure is a liar, unless they've really been there or not, whatever. I don't know if we're flat. I'm not saying we're flat earth. I have no idea. I have friends that are thoroughly convinced you know who you are, that the earth is flat. And if you talk to them long enough, you just might be convinced too. But so my husband's thing was with the moon landing that when I showed him a video and then I started talking to him and then he just got upset with me in the middle of it. He goes, my dad woke me up in the middle of the night and I watched it on TV. And it's like, even after he watched certain things, he's like, he came to realize that just because he believes that, that memory doesn't have to go away. Like, that's the same thing I feel like with Toby Mac and all the experiences is if he is Illuminati, which he likely is, right? He most likely is. Then, well, that's too bad for him. But those times we took the kids to Spirit West Coast and we camped for 3 days in our pop-up tent trailer and had with the, that's still real. Just like my husband's memory with his dad waking him up and showing him the moon. Like those things are still real. And so we don't have to taint them ourselves, even though they're somewhat tainted because we didn't know the full truth at the time. I still think that we don't have to, it would be wrong to hate those things and it would be wrong to hate those memories and to not count them as sweet memories when they really were, just because something was, like that. So anyway, we could have kept going. I know we could have talked for hours that night. I was so tired, but I realized last night, there've been a lot of times when Liberty's show's been over that I've wanted to keep talking. And so that was actually one of the other motivators besides getting Humboldt County connected, even though nobody called in. I'm going to throw it down there one more time in case maybe people don't realize, but this is somebody tried to get on Restream, but they couldn't. But if you wanted to talk at all about anything, I would stay on here. Otherwise, I'm probably going to hop off, even though I've said that twice already. That's the way it is when you get to chatting and then new people come in. And yeah, I've been watching Prepping 101 show too. He has some people on there. They jump on and his panel is a lot of times a lot of the same people, but I like them. They're good people. And I think everybody that has the courage and the ability to get on in our little family should get on live and be talking with us because, Liberty wants to see, it'd be cool to see that channel, the correspondence from our family on where we had somebody on every hour of the day so that if somebody wanted to be chatting, because I know that Remote is up in Canada and so is Rage in the Cage, and we'll jump on see if you can get on that stream, Roberto. I know DK tried to get on earlier and he couldn't get on, but I don't know. I'll have to ask Remote. I think he told me he's only an hour ahead or behind or something like that. But anyways, I was thinking last night I would have got on it, except I was gardening late into the night and into the dark, which it was the lightest day of the year yesterday, you guys. Summer solstice was yesterday. And so now we already return to less light day by day. Boo. A lot of people are ready for fall to set in, but I love summer. I want summer all year long. I love summertime. I do love those fall days where you have the fire and you have, the cocoa and all that, and reading a book by the fire and it's raining. And that's because you've worked your butt off all summer, getting your firewood and working your garden. And so now you're pooped and it's time to chill out. I feel like I'm just getting started. And now the minutes every day, it's 60 seconds a day of less light. So, but we're still on that peak time where there's so much light that it was 9:45 before I came in the house. But I was thinking, if anybody actually listens to this later, that the Humboldt moms after 9, 10 o'clock, I would jump on the stream and see if I can't get some of those moms that are really busy in the day, and then the husband comes home and it's for dinner, and then the kids are in bed and they're like, boy, I wish I had someone to talk to. So you moms, I'm talking to you moms, and I hope you come out and come on the show. And remember, you don't have to video chat in. You can always just call in. And I would love to hear what's going on in your life. I'd love to hear anything that's going on in Humboldt County. I cannot stand listening to any of our mainstream media. I cannot stand looking at even the I call it the newspaper, but their online presence. It's 30% illness with the red, logo with the ball and the things. I'm sick of it. I can't stand it anymore. I don't want to even watch it anymore. I didn't want to be the media, but yet here we are. Look who's here. Are you driving?
No, not yet.
You are driving. Oh, you're in the
No,
car.
I'm
You're
in the
not
parking lot.
driving.
No,
You're in the
not yet, not
car.
yet.
Cool. Hi. Let's see. I just ditched you. Oh my gosh. What'd I do? I did something. I think I did that to Roberto. I'm sorry, Roberto. Oh my gosh. I think I did that to Roberto. I'm so sorry. Maybe this will help it. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Hey, you're back. Oh no, he's gone. He was there. I lost you. Sorry about that. Oh man, I am not very good at this. That's okay. I better hang out for a second, right? Because he'll come back. He'll come back. There he is. Oh, sorry, man. My bad. I don't know what I'm doing,
It's not your fault. The thing is, when you hit back or you touch the phone or a browser or anything, it's like kind of kicks you off. So
okay.
That's why not that I don't like Restream but I think for ease of use, the StreamYard's a little bit better for from simplicity perspective. I think you have more capability with Restream, but for simplicity, StreamYard is. Okay. I like it.
I don't know StreamYard. Yeah, I just invested in this one. This one's $100 a month.
Holy.
Yeah, I don't know what StreamYard is.
Theirs is $30 a month.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they had a special.
Maybe I'll switch.
They had a special. If you pay a yearly subscription, it was only like $240, so it went down in price.
Oh wow!
For their ultimate package.
Oh, are you on StreamYard?
Yeah, I have StreamYard, the free one right now. I'm working on getting I'm gonna eventually get the upgraded version. So.
Oh, it's on here. Hi, Hannah. So, who's the little one in the back, Roberto? That's not Isabella.
No, she's in the hospital still. Say hi, Ariana.
She is. Hi, kids. Aww.
They're my assistants today.
So. What are they doing? What are they in for?
We had to throw some grass down today. So.
Oh.
I was on with Craig this morning for prayer, and then I took them for early lunch. This is how God works, man. We went to lunch, we waited, and I guess they were messing with the computers, so we got lunch for free. God is amazing. So.
Woo! Free lunch. Gotta love free lunch.
We got blessed. We just finished that job. Just having a great day with the kids. I'm taking it easy today. I'm still on Isabella time schedule.
Yeah, right. I know it. I thought she got to go home too for some reason.
Oh,
it was just you.
Just
okay.
Me. I wish I would have brought her with me.
Yeah, I thought she was home. How long will your wife and her be there?
Most likely, it's gonna be another. What's today's Tuesday? So this week
Mhm.
she'll be in the hospital, for sure. Most likely
Ah,
she'll be discharged at the end of the week to go to what's called the Ronald McDonald, where they stay right outside of the hospital.
right.
Instead of coming home, they'll stay there for monitoring.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna change in the sense of she's still gonna eat, do the normal stuff, and then eventually figure out um, how things work and make sure everything works 100%.
Okay.
So if everything works 100%, most likely she would be home in about 3 weeks. Three,
They
maybe
can't
four weeks. I think the max. So
they can't tell
I'm
right now
excited.
if it's working? Do they think?
Well, it's only been she started eating Sunday,
Mhm.
so it's only been a few days where she's actually
Right.
eaten solid food. So
Right.
we have to take it one day at a time type situation. And she can't
Right.
overeat on sugars because of the ileostomy, or it's through the small intestine, not the large like it was before.
Okay.
So it's more like a breathing tube for the stomach right
Okay.
now. Give her her body an ability to recover, and then go
Okay.
back in a couple months, and put everything back to normal is where I think we're at. So she's still got a few more surgeries unless God does a miracle, and then if that's the case, then we'll be back in Miami in like 3 months, probably 3 to 4, for the
Okay. But
final, hopefully for the final.
I still missed, I'm sorry, how long she'll be till she can come home?
Probably 3 weeks, 3 to 4
Okay.
weeks.
Wow. How long has she been gone?
This time only 2 weeks so far, so it'll be a
Okay.
little over a month in Miami. Yeah,
Wow.
her stays, her stays are usually a month or 2 months long. She's ready to come home already, though. To be
Oh,
honest with you,
I'm
she's
sure.
she is so I want to come home. She was saying that the other day at the hospital. So I don't blame my baby for wanting to come home.
Oh,
But I
heck
will tell you
no.
something.
Yeah.
The time that the God gave me with my daughter at the hospital put such a fire in my stomach and in my spirit to just
Yeah.
go after this thing full throttle when it comes to the truth, when it
Right.
comes to the gospel, when it comes to my family. Um, I'm no mercy anymore. I feel like the video that I'm about to make and is gonna be something
No,
that's gonna. It's not gonna be polite. Let's just put it. I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm not gonna be polite about it.
you're no mercy
I'm
anymore.
uh,
You gotta be
I have
merciful.
never been. I have mercy, but I've never been one to hold back truth. Um,
Yeah.
if it's true, if it's God's truth, we've got to speak it boldly and without reproach, without pulling back. It
Yeah.
sucks. These people keep, oh, we're gonna make it, and then 2 weeks later they look like they're depressed. Oh, we're gonna make it, and that's why I said it comes from God, man. Our hope has to come from God through
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Um, Without that, all the hope in the world from the intel is gonna fall on empty hearts because we don't see anything happening. It's like the doubting Thomas that wanted to
Mhm.
see Jesus's wounds, and we got to get away from that. I think that's where we're at when it a lot of things, and we gotta stop looking at it from that perspective. You know, like you over there in Cali doing what you're doing. I've been trying to get Patriots on Central Florida together. I've talked to my chiropractor. I've talked to other people, and
Isn't
nobody
Florida
wants to step
free?
out
Aren't you
there.
guys free in
We've
Florida? Aren't you
we
free in
fe- we
Florida?
fe- we're free, yes, but not. People aren't mentally free. People aren't spiritually free. There's a
Mhm.
difference, and that's how,
Yeah.
that's where I'm going. Just so you, that's where I'm going. Where I'm going. First the video. I've been praying, and God's like, I think it's gonna be here within the next couple days. It's gonna be powerful. I pray that God uses mighty way, and it's gonna put some people on notice, man. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but I got to do it. I hold back anymore, man. It's tearing me up inside. What God has given me, it really is. So I've got to speak it, and I'm probably gonna do one in Spanish too.
Well, am I going to get a hint of this, or is this? Do I have to wait here? Is there
Oh,
going to
you
be
got
any?
it. No,
How about
you got it. You got it. You got it. No, I can't give no
unacceptable!
secrets.
Don't you come? No teaser. You got to give a trailer or something. You know.
No, I can't. I'll talk to you if you call me.
What?
I'll talk to you about it in
Fire
person,
and
but I don't want to
brimstone
put
coming.
anything.
Well, listen. With this channel, for me, you know, Humboldt County, a lot of New Age people here, right? We have a lot
That's
of
California.
and we have a lot of pagans, and I was a pagan, and I was New Age, and so I want to be able to find a way to unite for our freedoms. And so salvation is always an underlying, that is the greatest commission. It's not underlying. I mean, that is always something, you know, our business has been prayed for to be used by God from the beginning. Our business has been prayed for to be something that could show God glory from the beginning. Everything in us is meant to show God glory. And in this group, I want to be able to unite with these people in a way where I'm not shoving my religion down their throat and they're not shoving their New Age down my throat. So we have to figure out a way where we can do that. And we also don't have to be afraid to share our spirituality. And it is hard because you have people in both groups. Christians don't want to hear from New Agers. New Agers don't want to hear from Christians. So this is where we're at in Humboldt County. This is where we're at in the country, right? I mean, and really it's obvious that we have the moral high ground when it comes to in today's, like, we don't want to see men competing with women in weightlifting. There's going to be the first transgender. He's going to win. She's going to win.
See, here's the thing on that one. All the other women need to get together and say, no, we're not going to compete. Yes. That's where I'm at.
They shouldn't even compete. You're right.
Get your panties. Get tight. Put those tight panties y'all be wearing. Take them off. Obviously tight, and they keeping you from using this.
That's right.
So, you know, it's simple.
Yeah.
If all the other women don't compete, he's gonna compete. Because it's a he, is gonna compete by himself, and he can't compete by himself. He's just showboating. That's demonic. People, get it through your head.
So gross. It's
disgusting.
Gross. They want to call us hate speechers because we're going to say, no, when he was born, the doctor said, it's a boy. It's a boy. That's science for you. We look at the genitals the minute they come out of the woohoo, and we go, oh, it's a boy or it's a girl. We don't go, oh, I'm 8 years old. And because my friend, I'm not going to say her name, but my friend told me that her daughter, when she was 8 years old, wanted to be called a boy name for a time period, right? And her mom like, no, we're not doing that. Or maybe they did. Maybe she called her that for a couple of weeks. I don't know, but she knows that there was this time in her daughter's life where she was confused about it. And if her mother wanted to sway her in that direction, that could have happened like
it would have been easy.
And that is criminal. I'm sorry, if you are going to take a child and mold that child into your ideal thing, that's not what children are here for. Children are here to discover, what did God put in them? What do they have? Out of the mouths of babes comes truth. I mean, they're the ones they're not born innocent. That's a lie. We know that is a lie, right? Sinful as sin could be, and they're on self-destruct. You're just trying to help them from crawling out the window or, drowning in the pond. I mean, that's what they're
Yep.
about, right? They're dangerous for themselves. So, but man, we love our kids, and they don't do nothing to deserve it. They come out, they make us women fat, they ruin our bodies in more ways than one. They keep us up at night, they poop on us, this is what they are, and we love them more than anything in the world ever. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense, but there's just this amazing love that is put in us for them, and that is certainly waxed cold in these latter years. We've seen some really thick things, really thick things with regards to children. Our society does not value life anymore. We don't value our kids anymore. I mean, another thing for Stand Up Humble and Liberty Warrior Nation, and I'm sure your show, is showing humanity. You in the hospital with your daughter on the hospital bed, that's reality. That's humanity. That's what it's, we forget. This is what people are suffering everywhere all the time. Little children. Yep. And we're fighting over stupidest stuff and not fighting hard enough for the big stuff. So no teaser, no trailer, huh? I'm not getting nothing. I'm getting nothing. You're always talking so much.
Well, you were talking. I'm not going to be. I'm not Craig.
I know,
I'm
but
not going to start.
I'm
not going to shout now.
Give me a hint. I'm just throwing it out there one more time.
It has to do with the 4th of July, and what?
Okay.
And not the. I'm talking about the celebration that we celebrate as freedom, as free men and women. So that's all I'm going to give you. You can beat me up later on the phone call.
Like that's something. Like that's you're gonna talk about the 4th of July. Okay.
No, I'm not gonna be talking about the 4th of July.
No, just about our independence.
This is what what the Lord is putting in my spirit. I even started searching scripture, and the original text of Hebrew. And I was like, oh, this is definitely where God, you got me going. So I'm going there. And wherever God wants, man. I've always said, whatever God wants me to say, use me. Whenever I've gone to pray for someone, I said, Lord, let the words come out of my mouth that are from you. We too often want to say the prayer from our carnal self or the knowledge we have from past events, and we forget to allow the Holy Spirit to be the one that speaks, the one that guides us. And when you allow the Holy Spirit to guide you on a daily basis, and I'm working on that hard right now, allowing God to just direct my path, where I drive, where I go, who I help. It changes everything. You stop worrying about where your daily bread is going to come from. I mean, I have a business. I have an employee. I want to grow my business. I have other avenues of stuff I want to do and focus on. But I got to do it on God's timing. You can't do things. A lot of times we like to just step out and say, hey, God told me to move, and he really didn't. It's really your emotions that you feel are, stepping out in a situation where he never really told you. You need to wait for confirmation. Confirm it. If God is putting something in your spirit, he confirmed it. I think I said this last time when we were with you last Saturday. In a text, what God is doing. So I'm excited. I really am.
Yeah.
Um,
Good.
my hope and my eternal rest is in love the intel I know about. I knew about 9/11 after 9/11 happened. Within a year, I already knew that it was, BS, because I was watching channels and I was doing my research, and I was like, I saw with my own eyes before they started scrubbing stuff,
Yeah.
what truly happened,
Wow.
and it's at that point I always question, like, Lord, why is it that my mom and my sister and everybody else around me and my immediate family and all my friends are all so blinded to the truth?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the only one in my little group, if you immediately family, friends, etc., that sees this stuff for what it really is. And I have someone that's known me since I was probably like 10, 12. And, when they try to insult you by saying you're smarter than being a Republican, I'm like, you're dumb. You think I'm dumb. You're the dumb one that's following the idiots that are leading you astray. When you sit there and say Jesus is a socialist, it makes me want to puke. Jesus was a socialist. He helped his brother out. He didn't freaking. So our view of things needs to get rooted and grounded in Jesus Christ. And once it gets there, we won't have a shaking anymore. There's no earthquake on earth, and there's no freaking storm that's gonna move our foundation. So that's what I try to preach all the time. Get your foundation straight. All that you.
Yeah, we're a mess. We're a mess, totally. I think I'm losing you, buddy. You keep breaking up, and I think you're going in the wrong direction. To stay connected, I'm going to lose you. Maybe I'll see you tonight. Well, I'll see you in Liberty's show, hopefully, right? I'll catch you there on Mike's show. I'm losing you.
Am I here or?
I hear you now. I was going to see if Hannah wants to call in. Hannah, you could call in,
Parents have tonight.
Call in or video in, and I could see you. I haven't seen you. I can't really hear
Give me
you
like
anymore,
10.
Robert. I think
I'm at
losing you.
my parents' house.
Oh, okay, honey. Well, thanks for calling in. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later.
I'm gonna connect through the Wi-Fi real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Oh, I gotta
Am I
edit
still
my
here?
date. Today's the 22nd.
Hey guys, wake up! Nap time's over. Did you? Am I still here, or did you lose me?
No, I hear you.
Okay. I don't know what it is. Like, every time I go around power lines, like I was around power lines yesterday with Jeff, and there was like no signal. And I was around the power lines, which are by the main road. And the thing, I don't usually lose signal, but lately I lose signal everywhere. So
when we drive down our hill, every time we drive by the cell towers is when it gets the worst, which is weird. With a phone reception.
5G, 4G, man.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Yeah, I
kill
don't
us
know
all.
about that. We got a girl in our group that makes jewelry. I'm really excited. I want to get some of. She makes bracelets and necklaces. Yeah, yeah, she's really cool. She's a new friend. She made me something really pretty. I was trying to see if Hannah want to call in. She's a good friend of mine. I've known her for years. I'm going to get my Chicago girl to come in. Click the link in her previous comment. How do I do that? Yep. Yeah, she might call in. I should tell my mother to call in. She's in Florida for weeks. Oh, I'm on. I'm on Do Not Disturb.
Come on,
So.
baby.
But I
Come on.
guess that's how it'll go. You know, you don't want to have dead air ever, but I definitely want to keep it exciting.
No, for sure. I mean, if you
I'm
want
sure I
want
was
people to
exciting
tune in,
when I was complaining. I was complaining. Nobody wants to hear complaining. You know, they just want to hear solutions, and I want to have solutions too. I don't really want to just be getting on here and complaining. That's not my style anyway. So, Hannah,
no, but
also, if you do go to get on, you want to go through Safari. Oh, I did not post my email. You're right. Let me post it now.
I've been dying to talk to you since that last Saturday when me, you, and remote.
Oh, that was fun. I know.
That's why I've been emailing you like crazy. I'm like, contact me.
Oh, you
We need to
have?
talk.
You know what? So I got a couple
Emails. I've been
weaknesses.
emailing.
Email is one of them. Email is
I used to be like that too.
I hate it. I hate it. It's like it's homework.
It's a necessary evil.
I need an email helper. I need a Tara. I don't even have that big a one. I don't have a big group to manage or anything, but there are some people that have joined Stand Up Humble, and I know they had to wait a couple weeks before they got an email. I had a gal that was doing the email in the beginning, but she does not want to work with me anymore. So that was a bummer.
Look,
But
I keep saying this, and I'm gonna repeat it in every time I get to. God is separating His children right now. He is separating the weak from the strong. He is separating the ones that He wants to use from the ones that say they want to do something and never do anything.
Oh no.
She's on.
Oh Lord, there she is. Hi, Hannah.
I don't know.
I see you, girl.
I'll give you some happy.
I
don't
know if she. Can you hear me, Hannah?
Hi, baby.
Maybe not working.
I
don't think
you,
it's working. I don't have any audio.
Swipe over. Look around. Around your screen. Are you on Safari?
I don't think it's working.
Or Chrome.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, we can. She can't. Let me see.
But you can't hear us.
Yep, she can't hear us. Oh, that's too bad. Hannah is from Louisiana, but she lives here in Humboldt County, so she has a super strong Southern accent. And I know I've learned now that when they say "bless her heart," that has double meaning. Oh, bless her heart. Hannah, we could hear you and see you, honey. So if you're back on here,
I don't think you could hear us.
She could not hear me, but you can hear me, so I don't think it's on my end. I think it must be on her end. She needs to go to Safari or Chrome, Hannah. That's
you guys watch your hands, right?
What about your browser for what do you use again? Dream?
I use Firefox. You can use Firefox application. Use Fire if you have a Macintosh. Have to use Safari. Download Firefox or Oracle. So if anyone's out there, I would download Firefox for either Windows or Mac. That's the way I would do it personally.
Firefox is for the Mac.
That way you don't have to use Google Chrome. I know because I downloaded it first.
Okay.
Tablet. So I used it.
Yeah, I
So
don't know. But what are you doing? You dropping your kids off at your parents'?
no, I'm paying. Just I gotta take care of a equipment. It doesn't work properly. So
Oh,
I went from having 5 to one in like a matter of 2 days. So that kind of became made me have a bummer. Now I'm trying to get number two back up and running. That way I can at least have two lawnmowers, and then I gotta fix lawnmower number three. So
oh,
it
fun.
stinks being a
Sounds like
business owner.
work. Sounds like work.
It is. Well, I get home sometimes at 8 o'clock at night, and I still have an hour and a half worth of work to do. So
Yeah.
it's about not as
Well,
easy
while
as
your
people
kids
think.
are young and while you're young, yeah, 30s, you better be killing it. When you're in your 30s, you better be going after it because, buddy, when you hit 40, it's true what they say. You feel everything. Everything. You found a connect for
Yeah,
banners? Robert found a connect for banners, like a banner for like
the
a
banners that you like, you could write stand up humble dot, or you can
right.
take it wherever you go, and you
Mm-hmm.
can hang it from like two trees type thing, and people can
Oh,
see it.
cool. Yeah,
That's
very
what he's
cool.
talking about.
We
Big banners like that.
we also got us a Q reader picture for Stand Humboldt, and I was just gonna make
Oh,
that our
cool.
logo. I'm just like, this is gonna be our logo because we can't come up. We do have a logo. We do have a good artist who gave us a logo. $40, that's cheap. Wow. I think I wanted it to be, I think the tent, I have a tent that I used to bring when we'd protest at the courthouse, and I'd set it up even though there's only a couple of us. When you set up a tent like that, you look bigger. So I think the
Yeah,
tent I
it's
have
about
is
presentation.
10. Yeah, and it lets people know like here we are. And I always had the verse from 2 Timothy 1:7, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, power, and a sound mind. So
That's
that's
right.
been my verse through this whole, crazy
Yeah,
delusional thing. And that's Stand Up Humble has got a lot of Christians in it, but there's, like I said, there's a lot of non-Christians in it. And I'm not making this, this is not a ministry to me, any separate from the way everything in my life would be anyway, right? So
yeah.
it doesn't have to be, this is not,
You
it cannot be you have to be a Christian to be in this group. Like that can't
you're
work,
not gonna
you
separate.
know? And I don't want that. I don't want to be, Christians annoy me. Christians are some of the most annoying
No,
people these days. I'm sorry to say it, but I love them. They're my brothers and sisters. Huh?
I said
You
I
know,
don't
it's
usually work for people that say they're Christian. I usually I usually end up having a bitter taste in my mouth.
yeah, I mean, it's just a word that gets thrown around now, and it doesn't mean what it used to. It sure doesn't mean what it used to. You know, people will come in and chop from us. Oh, you're a Christian brother and sister. It's like that's what it means now. So to some people. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, that's the best. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. But like I said, this channel for me, I'm not going to be coming on here preaching. Period. Like it's not. It's you can come on and say a prayer and do whatever, but I have got to work on getting Humboldt County united, and I want them to feel like this is a safe place. They're not going to come here and get thumped on that. You know what I mean? It has to be a very safe place for everybody, and Christians included. I've already been asked, as you know, hey, can you not pray? Can you not bring this in? And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, we do need to keep religion and this separate. And then the next day I realized, no, that was a manipulation. I'm not keeping it separate, but this is not the Christian Hour Humboldt County talk show, right? Like it's going to be, I want stuff getting done. I need people to get off their butts and come together, sign affidavits and email the Humboldt County Board of Supervisors and and I want Christians to say, hey, what's going on in this and that. You'd be surprised how many churches here, for as far as I know, the Calvary Chapel churches that I've been a part of for 26 years are one of the very few churches in Humboldt County that I know weren't demanding the face diapers. And across the nation, they were also the ones, John MacArthur was the one that sued Gavin Newsom. So I'm very thankful that we're not in a lukewarm church. I'm in a rock solid, biblically sound. Our pastor could be making 3 times the money that he probably gets from our little church here because he's super brainiac. He's got a degree in computer science and aviation technology. I mean, he's Indian, right? So he's got the stereotypical Indian brain. Super smart, super smart guy. Loves people, loves our county, because of what happened here with the previous pastor and that, and has just been amazing for our county. And we've got families now that are going to our church. There's generations of people there. You got the grandparents and the kids, and so we're growing. And it was a new church when my husband and I first started going to it in '95. I think there was like 6 people there. So, and it was a Calvary Chapel too, and they're really solid churches. If people don't know, they like to do the okay, here's Hannah again. I'm gonna try you, girl. Let's see if you got it. Oh, rock solid. Okay, where'd she go? Oops, one of my streams is having connection issues, and her connection is having an issue. Okay, I see you. Can you hear us? Ah, she can't hear us. Darn it. Yeah. Can you hear us, honey?
Can you hear me?
I can. You got to turn off your YouTube channel or just turn down the volume. Oh, no, she's not on mute. Okay.
I can hear you on my phone.
Oh, you still can't hear through the stream, huh?
Yeah.
Darn it. Are you on Google or Chrome, honey? Did you go through one of them or Safari? You got to turn off your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Or just turn down the volume.
I turned it off. It's been a while. I haven't seen you forever. You've been.
I know. I can't see her. I mean, okay, Robert, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
My girls.
Okay, I will. You too. You too. Bye. Is that Gabby? Is that Gabby back there?
No, Vivian's here and Joanna. Gabby's not home right now.
Oh, now I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what happened. Did you find a button or something?
Yeah, Vivian helped me with the Mac. It's not mine.
Vivian, good job, Vivian. This is your other daughter?
Yeah, the middle daughter. She's not.
She's here in Humboldt County?
Yeah, they're here. Come here.
There's nobody else here. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, it's good to see you. I think it's only you and me, so there might be these guys here. You know, we get bored. Oh, hi, gorgeous. You're both here. Nice.
She's a big girl. They're both getting big.
What you up?
Just
Got the day off?
Day off, yeah. Just.
When are you gonna bring the girls up?
Well, when do you want us to come visit? You need to.
When you can.
Too.
You know I got too many horses now.
How many do you have?
2. They're minis though. They're littles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring them up. You can bring them up today. I'm just hanging out.
Well,
Where's Gabby?
She's at daycare. I need to go get her.
Oh.
She likes.
Well, bring your girls up sometime, anytime.
Yeah, we should come up soon.
Yes.
You can meet my mom. She's here. She's
really. Yeah, bring them up, girl. Well, I'm gonna jump off of this thing, but yeah, you could call me and come up anytime. But I've been parked here for 2 hours, and I'm sure I've bored everybody to death. But that's okay, because that's what these are going to be, a call-in show. So people can hop in and hop out and let anybody know that you know, because we really want to unite Humboldt County. We got to get this together, right?
Well, what times are you doing this call-in show then?
I'm going to do 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm going to bop on more spontaneously in the evenings. I don't want to commit to an evening time because it won't be all the time. But 10 o'clock in the morning will be my time for sure. And if somebody, maybe I can set up like interviews or something for the evening where I have somebody that's going to come on with me, you know, and I'll take anybody. I mean, whoever wants to talk. I want to talk to them and try to get other people to call in and tell us, you know, if they're having struggles with this school or that, or that's what I get a lot of calls all week long about schools and the vacations. We use code words, right? Face diapers. So, but yeah, it's good to see you. You're still sporting the blonde hair. I like it. Yeah. And I hear you're doing great at work. Just killing it. Just killing it. Things are good. You're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing well.
Did you hear that Jessica you must have heard Jessica got her car stolen yesterday.
I didn't hear, no.
Yes. Yes. And I think that somebody, I don't have it up anymore, but there was on the Humboldt Thieves, there was a picture of a car that looked like they had gutted it and stripped the front bumper. And I thought, oh, that looks like her car. I hope that's not her car. But anyway, you don't work with her, right? She works with no. You got somebody good for you?
Yeah, she's only working 4 days a week right now, but I had some people offer to help this week. So
good.
They should be helping in the future. So
good. And you're not afraid to tell your boss what you need, right? Good. Well, we love you. I'm glad you jumped on here. Thank you so much. I'm so thrilled. So happy somebody got on, and especially you. I was like, Hannah, I haven't seen you in months. Well, bring your girls up. Yeah, bring your girls up. Okay. All right, girl, I'm going to hop off. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.